going on, guys, and welcome back to the Football Fugitive channel. And today we're going to be ranking every Premier League goalkeeper by their ability. So essentially, quick overview of what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going through alphabetically every Premier League team, and we're going to be taking a look at their usual starting goalkeeper as of now, the 1st of February 2020, and we're going to be seeing who is the best. And kicking it off here with Arsenal, Bernd Leno, 11. Bernd Leno is a German international. He's had a few caps for Germany. But the thing about Bernd Leno is, at the time of recording this, Arsenal are not doing too well at all. They're sitting in 10th of the Premier League, joint on points with the likes of Burnley and my team, Newcastle. So Arsenal aren't, what they used to be, challenging for the Premier League title like they did under Arsene Wenger. They're now under Mikel Arteta, trying to start something new. Whether Bernd Leno will be part of that in the future, who knows, but he's going to get ranked number 11 in this spot. Aston Villa, Tom Heaton, number 16. So, he's an England international, well, former England international. Just joined Aston Villa in the summer from Burnley after quite a few years there, after joining from Manchester United, I believe. Tom Heaton is going to get number 16 on this list. Bournemouth, Aaron Ramsdale, number 19. This is a difficult one to judge because he's only been a first-team footballer for about 6-7 months this season, Aaron Ramsdale. He's only in his early 20s. He's a good goalkeeper, but he lacks that experience. But he's not finishing at the bottom in this list. He's going to finish at 19. Brighton, Matt Ryan, 14. He's an Australian international, joined from the La Liga when he came over from there to Brighton. Been here for a few years now, done quite well. Brighton, they had their ups and downs under Chris Hughton, but Graham Potter's come in now from Swansea. They're doing quite well. He's going to rank number 14 on this list. Burnley, Nick Pope, 18. This is a really difficult thing to do. That's why it's really quite harsh on Nick Pope. He is a very good goalkeeper. As of recently, Burnley faced Leicester, and Nick Pope saved a Jamie Vardy penalty, which resulted in fact, a win for Burnley in the end of that. He's a good goalkeeper, the England international. Not too much game time for England now, but he's getting that first team spot at Burnley with the departure of Tom Heaton to Aston Villa. He's going to get number 18 on this spot, but I think that is quite unfair, and he could be getting a little bit higher. Chelsea, Kepa, number 7. The Spanish international, is he an international? Doesn't get too much game time for Spain, but he has played for Spain before. Joined from Atletico Bilbao for quite a hefty fee. Chelsea, he's had his ups and downs. His main thing, really, that everyone knows him for, is the Carabao Cup final against Manchester City in 2018 or 19, it might have been, when he refused to come off the pitch for the penalty shootout due to an injury. Manager Mauricio Sarri wasn't very happy about that, and he didn't come off. He stayed in goal for the shootout and lost. So, Kepa, he's a good goalkeeper, still pretty young, 23, 24 years of age, but I don't think he still is that good, and that's why he's going to get number 7 on my list. Crystal Palace, Vincent Guaita, number 10. The Spaniard, another Spaniard, he's going to get number 10 on this list. He's a good goalkeeper, very solid, but he is very mistake prone, and in fact, not long after I record this, on the weekend, he made a huge mistake in a 1-0 defeat to Sheffield United, in which he scored an own goal. When the ball was coming in, he grabbed it and then he walked it into his own net. But that isn't the reason behind him finishing 10th on this list. I think bang in the middle. I think if Vincent Guaita would be watching this right now, he'd be pretty happy with that, getting 10th out of all of the Premier League goalkeepers at the minute. He's a good player, but he is getting on now. You've got to bear in mind he's about 32, so he's going to get number 10 on this list. Everton, Jordan Pickford, number 6. That's right, the England international, born in Sunderland. Jordan Pickford is going to get the number 6 spot. He's England number 1 goalkeeper. He's made some really good saves in that 2018 World Cup campaign with England. Made that great save up against Colombia from that long-range strike, which just kept us in it, and that got us all the way through to the penalty shootout, in which we won. In that, of course, we did get to the semi-final, did England. Jordan Pickford, he's about 25, 26 now. He's still a very good, solid goalkeeper, but can have his moments. Sometimes, lets his feelings and emotions get over him, and that could result in bad things happening on the pitch for himself and Everton. He's going to get number 6 on this list, but he's a very good goalkeeper. Leicester City, Kasper Schmeichel, number 5. The Great Dane, the Leicester captain, the son of all much legendary Manchester United hero, legend, Peter Schmeichel. And he's going to get number 5 on this list. Of course, he's a Premier League winner. You have to bear that in mind. Kasper Schmeichel won the Premier League in 2015 with Leicester City in their also famous campaign under Claudio Ranieri. He's a fantastic shot stopper. He's getting on now, though he is in his early 30s, but I still think he has it in him. And at time of recording, Leicester are third in the Premier League, trying to make sure they seal their place in at least the top 4 so they can secure Champions League football for next season. Hopefully he'll be a part of that as their captain. Liverpool, Alisson, number 1. Well, we got there about halfway through before we already find our number 1 on this list. It is the Brazilian Alisson for Liverpool. Joined from Roma just a few years back, he's a fantastic goalkeeper, and at the time of recording, Liverpool are now 21 points clear of the Premier League, doing absolutely fantastically. Although Alisson can make some mistakes, he's very good with his feet and fantastic, whether he's diving or his reactions, they're absolutely brilliant. He has to get number 1 on this list. But a certain player does edge out, and that is Manchester City, Ederson, number 2. Joined from Benfica, another Brazilian. He's going to get number 2 on this list, just missing out. 2-time Premier League winner, although he hasn't quite done what Alisson's done, and that is win the Champions League, to be fair. But he's won it twice out of just 3 possible campaigns he could have won it in. Unfortunately, he isn't going to win it this year, Ederson, but it is time for Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp to take the Premier League title. Ederson, very good with his feet, and I think that is definitely one factor of why Pep Guardiola brought Ederson into the team over Joe Hart when he joined in 2015 or 16, can't quite remember. But he's been fantastic ever since. A few mistakes, he has had a few of his sending offs, which does result in, Champions League bans in which Claudio Bravo's had to play. But Ederson is a solid goalkeeper, one of the best in the world, and I'm going to rank him second best in the Premier League. Well, look at that. We go from 1 to 2 to 3. Manchester United, David De Gea, number 3. The Spanish number 1 is going to get number 3 for me. Some people might not be too pleased with this. Now, I know David De Gea has lost form recently due to the fact that I don't think he's too happy with the Manchester United squad that he has now. You have to bear in mind, when Sir Alex Ferguson bought him at Manchester United, he was with some really fantastic players, the likes of Wayne Rooney, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes. Then you've obviously got the defenders that were quite good at the time as well, the likes of Ferdinand and Johnny Evans, when he was, at the top of his game. Even Phil Jones. David De Gea, I think he's just lost his will to fight and play for Manchester United. But that doesn't deny the fact that he's an absolutely incredible and world-class goalkeeper. And if I was doing this video 2 years ago, he'd probably be number 1, not just in the Premier League, but in the world. Newcastle, Martin Dubravka, number 8. Now, I know a lot about Martin Dubravka. Being a Newcastle fan myself, I've seen a lot of what he can do, and he is absolutely fantastic. Kept Newcastle in it a lot this season, especially in a lot of games. He has made a couple of mistakes, though, one in particular against Wolves at St James's Park in the 1-1 draw, where he made that mistake out the back, and Johnny Otto managed to score for Wolves. Also made one mistake against Manchester United at Old Trafford in the 4-1 defeat, but that wasn't the greatest of games, and we're not going to be getting into that. But Martin Dubravka is an absolutely fantastic shot stopper. He's going to get number 8 on this list. Norwich, Tim Krul, number 17. The Dutchman, Tim Krul, used to be the Netherlands' number 1 goalkeeper. He's still fantastic, but is getting on now, 30-year-old. He's a very good player, but the fact is, I have to put him about 17th on this list because of Norwich's position in the league. Norwich don't even have 20 points yet, and they're looking likely to be going down to the Championship at the end of the season, which is unfortunate because they've got a lot of good players like Pukki and Campbell, and one of them is definitely Tim Krul. That's why he's going to get number 17 on this list. Sheffield United, Dean Henderson, number 9. Well, this is quite impressive for Dean Henderson, as this is just his first Premier League campaign this season with Sheffield United, off the back of that promotion from the Championship last season. Now, one thing about Dean Henderson you've got to bear in mind, he's not actually Sheffield United's goalkeeper as of yet. He is, of course, Manchester United, on loan from Manchester United. But what I can see Chris Wilder and Sheffield United definitely doing is bringing him in permanently in the future. Fantastic goalkeeper, could be the future England number 1 after Jordan Pickford. Maybe he's even better than Jordan Pickford now, who knows? Put down in the comments, who do you think's better, Henderson or Pickford? Should Henderson get English game time? Who knows? But he's a fantastic young goalkeeper. He's going to be fantastic in the future. That's why he's going to get number 9 on this list for now. Southampton, Alex McCarthy, number 20. Here we are. We found the bottom of this list. Now, Alex McCarthy for me is a fantastic goalkeeper. Played for some decent teams, the likes of QPR's was at when they were in the Premier League, when they had the likes of Charlie Austin when he was young and he was doing really well. Alex McCarthy's a good goalkeeper, but again, he's getting on. And I have to put him 20th on this list because he hasn't really done a lot. Now, I know obviously Southampton are doing extremely well in the league. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether it was him or Angus Gunn that was in goal for the 9-0 thrashing to Leicester. I haven't looked. But just based on goalkeeper ability, I'm going to put him at number 20th on this list. Tottenham, Hugo Lloris, number 4. The Tottenham captain and the France captain. Not only has he just captained those sides, he's captained France to the World Cup win, and he's captained Tottenham to a Champions League final. He's been absolutely incredible goalkeeper, 32 now. His career, is past its peak, and he'll probably only have a few years left in him. Whether he'll even have another year at Premier League level, probably will. I would hope to see him have another year at Premier League level. Fantastic goalkeeper. Just recently come back into the Tottenham team after he's been out for that awful injury. Paulo Gazzaniga has actually been the player in. But I'm doing it for really their best goalkeeper, and that's why Hugo Lloris is on here and at number 4. Watford, Ben Foster, number 13. By far the oldest goalkeeper on this list. Ben Foster closing in on 37 years old now. Fantastic goalkeeper, former England goalkeeper. Joined Watford from West Brom once they were relegated down to the Championship just a few seasons back. This season is really, really impressed, especially since the arrival of Nigel Pearson at Watford. Watford, at the time of recording, do still sit in the relegation zone, but about 8 games ago, before Nigel Pearson came in, they only had 1 win. Now they have 5, so pretty good for Watford. He's going to get number 13 on this list. West Ham, Lucas Fabianski, number 15. Ex-Swansea and Arsenal, Polish international, doesn't really play now via the fact that Szczesny is the Polish goalkeeper that starts. You got to think as well, Fabianski getting on, but still a very good shot stopper, especially very good at penalties. He's going to get number 15 on this list. And finally, Wolves, Rui Patricio, number 12. The Portuguese international, that Wesley, number 11, which is quite bizarre, I think. He's going to get number 12 on this list. Now, he's one of the only Portuguese players, or is he? No, he's not. Wolves have a lot of Portuguese players in their squad. Patricio, Neves, Moutinho, Vinagre. They've got loads, and Jota is one. They just brought in a new guy as well, Podence. So they've got a lot, but Patricio is a fantastic goalkeeper. But due to age and maybe what he generally does for Wolves, because you've got to think Wolves do concede quite a few goals, but they do score a lot as well, and that's where they get their points from, and that's why they'll be pushing for at least Europa League this season, if not pushing all the way for that Champions League spot. But that's it, guys. He's going to finish at number 12. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Comment down below. It would be great to have some feedback. But until the next episode, I'll see you in the next one.